All right, it is time to do a CSS battle. So let's see what we have today. Circles and lines. Oh, how do I want to do this? um, so we need a background. So I'm going to put that on the HTML. It's going to be this late-ish color. Body. Do I want to do a body? Probably. Probably. It's going to be a background of, it's going to be a radial gradient. It's actually white. It's going to be 1Q first. 1Q is the shorthand for a circle. White. And then it's going to be blue. And then it's going to be transparent. So you can see the little tiny dot we got going on in the middle. What is that? 30 pixels. That's right. And then this is going to be 0, 50 pixels. Looks right. Okay, now we need the bar. The bar's on top of this. Okay, my first thought was to do a linear gradient, but I've now rethought that, and I think the play is a conic gradient. Conic gradient's going to go from, well, it's not going to go from, it's going to be white, oh, white, and then it's going to be transparent. Now it's going to go from, okay. Joe Crawford always does these backwards of me, and I think I finally figured out why. And it's because if you do it backwards, you don't have to give the first degree. Do you? Maybe. Let's see. This is going to be 75, so it's 75%. And then this is going to be, I think it needs to be 25%. Zero works. Okay, that's what I want. Now the question is, do I want to margin this down or do I just want to move it down? I don't know which is better. Because if I margin, I can just margin this down and make it smaller. I can say margin 100. And I have to have a semicolon here. That would move things down. Maybe. I mean, it doesn't work yet. But I think I have to do at anyway. Yeah, I have to do at anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of the margin. All right, so it's 0.75 at, we need another comma, at x of 0, but y of, I don't know what it is, 120 pixels. That's not working. Am I doing it wrong? Obviously, I'm doing it wrong. But what am I doing wrong? I'm sure someone's screaming at their screen right now. All right, it works there. And of course, I can move it by saying like 50 pixels, which I'm going to need to do also. But I should be able to specify an at 0, 0. Okay, so I'm doing something incredibly stupid. What am I forgetting about how conic gradient works? Conic gradient, yeah, values position. Yeah, that's not doing any of the things I want. Might have been. Nope. Conic gradient. Syntax. From, find, at, position. So what did I do incorrectly? Got 10, 10 pixels, 10 pixels. Okay, I don't know. All right, so this is going to be 1.0. Can I say 0%? Nope. All right, so let's say at 0 pixels, pixels, 30. Evidently it doesn't like 0. Okay. That's not making sense to me, but we're going to go with it. I can do something like 300 to 250, 80. I want it kind of in the middle. And then I need to move it down. Oh, I see. Because I have it offset there. All right. Let's go to 380. That's close. It doesn't really matter. This one can be 0. And now this one needs to be 130, 120, 5. It's not big enough. So this needs to be 25. Nope, 35. Let's see how that looks. That looks pretty close. 124. And then this needs to be 36. That looks better. All right, let's go ahead and make this 400. And then because margins, am I going to need margins anyway? Yes. Margin 0. Now I need to change where it is. 134 and 36. No, 132. Okay. There is that one. Now, I've used 8 minutes already. I need I need a semicolon here, and I need a paragraph select or a paragraph selector, but I also need a paragraph where it doesn't work. And I'm just going to have one for now. Can I just say height? Height, what is it going to be? Where's my number? Okay, there's the thing. Now margin is going to be, doesn't matter which one I do, no. 100 and 0. Nope. 200, 0. That's strange. 20. No, no, I don't understand, but that's okay. Right, needs to be less here. 10, 0. Okay, there's that. Now, what I need to do is say var, I call it O for offset. Nope, I don't say that. I say just offset. I say minus O, 132 pixels, And then I say this is var minus minus O. Right. And now I say minus minus O 0. So that did. I'm thinking about this exactly backwards. That needs to stay. That's 132. This one is the one that needs to be a variable, the offset x, var minus minus O. And here it is 0. But here it's going to be some number. I don't know what. But it's not working the way I think it should. Let's do a bigger number. So the x offset, let's change this to just a number for now. Let's change it. It was 0 when that was working. Let's make it 50. Oh, it has to be pixels. Duh. Well, it is pixels down below. All right, let's get rid temporarily of the paragraph tag so I'm not as confused about what's happening. So the offset, if I make this less, if I make this 300, oh, it's a repeat that's happening. That's what's going on. Let's do space. I bet I'm getting a repeat that I didn't think about. So let's make this back to 0. Let's actually make this back to the variable var minus minus O. Let's put our paragraph tag back. Now we get nothing, which doesn't make sense. Unless this is weirdly covering something. Let's make it 20 pixels. Still nothing. Let's do this. I'm going to copy the background and put it down here. And we still get nothing. But now I can make things a different color. Red. 0. Let's make this 0. Still nothing. Why is the paragraph completely masking the conic gradient? Get rid of all variables. Whoops. Because they're not being used. Why am I not seeing the space? Yes. All right, let's try something else. Let's try no repeat instead. Boy, I'm being dumb on this one. Conic gradient. Let's just start changing random stuff. 75 and 0's fine. 10 pixels. What part am I not getting? Why? I mean, that's, well, it's not exactly right, but it's kind of right. What if I get rid of the no repeat here? See the, okay. I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't know why it's working, but sometimes I don't understand everything. And then can I do another? Paragraph selector. Make that another paragraph. It's going to push down. But let's try something first. Scale -1. Margin 0, 0, 100, 200. Why do I not see the thing? Must be off screen. Margin -1. There we go. 100. 200. Nope. Oh, well, probably. Okay. There's that. Now I just need to adjust the size of that. But before we do that, let's get rid of this entire background statement. What was this number? What did I fix? This one is what I fixed. So let's say var minus o. Nope, I'm doing it wrong again. Minus o, 400 pixels. Let's make this var minus o. Have to put a semicolon if I want things to work. And now we can get rid of this background. And we can say minus o, 100 pixels. And we have the bars working. What we don't have working is this. So I'm going to call it minus d, 30 pixels. And then say var minus d. And then down here, we can say minus d, 20 pixels. That's not right, but it's close. 18. Let's see if that's a match. I have 2 minutes left. I may go over today. That's okay. I'm not in a mad rush today, but I'm probably going over a little bit. All right. Now, what I want to do, instead of using variables, I want to use font. So, 400. What is the default line height font? Let's look at Unigolf. We can say 1LH is how many pixels? 18 pixels. So, calculator, 400, 18 divide 2 repeating 2, which is great. 416 divide 25. That's better. So can we call this 25LH? Okay. It's not working for the other one because that's the way it works. So let's now do 118 divide, of course, 5 repeating 5. So here, we're going to say font. I don't know what the first value is going to be. I'm going to call it 16 pixels, 5.55 pixels A. And then I need a space there. Okay. Not quite working, but you see where it's going. So I have somehow the wrong number for That looks okay. Yeah. I'm out of time. That's what that meant. Okay, so that's a match. So now I can get rid of variable O because it's not used. Now, D is 30 pixels, which is some weird number in M. 30, 16 divide 1.875, 1.87 M. Okay, that's working for the center one. It's not working for the other ones because it's the same. So it is 18 pixels. Probably should have used line height here. Maybe we'll fix it, maybe not. But let's make it 18, 16. That's not the way I want to think about that. 9. That's something in between 9.5. Okay, that's the way I wanted that to happen. Now I can get rid of the variable d. Height of 100 pixels is what, 25 VW. 100, so 25%. 250%. 125%. And then get rid of that space. Then this is going to be minus 50%. 0 is 0. You can get a percent sign. It's not gonna help, but it's not gonna hurt either. And then whoops, 25% and 50%. Okay, those are kind of cool. 36 pixels. Can I unit golf that? 9 VW. 132 pixels. 33 VW. 50 pixels is 53Q. Let's see if that matches. Can I make this 1.9 M? Maybe. It's going to be close. Nope. 4 pixels should be 4Q. We'll see. 9.5. Going to be close to 10Q. Didn't like 4Q. It needs to be 4 pixels. Let's see if this can be 10Q. Doesn't look like it. Nope. All right. So here we are. I'm going to minify. Should I play with flipping these? I mean, I'm over time, and if you're still watching, sorry. Uh, I don't. It's not going to save. It might save a character. I'm not gonna chase that. It might save a character. I'm gonna minify and go on to other things. Oops, missed those last two. Not great. That's all big spaces there for no reason. Not great, but not bad. There's some more spaces I can clean up. There's one. That one needs to stay. That one doesn't need to stay. That's pretty close. Let's submit. 239 characters, not a great score. But got to play with some cool font things. 641. Eh, it's not great. It's fine. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.